What's good, y'all? What's good? Speaky Cloud Podcast. Your boy Mike Sears, been the boy representative, and I'm here with the king of all things Ala Zulu, my motherfucking brother, Luke Nukem, Luke the Goon.
What's up?
What's
Feels
good?
good to be on again, man.
And to me, the king of everything Juggalo right now, all the news every Monday, 8 a.m. My good brother Ron Bone. We need the
What's
dirt.
good? Yes, sir. What's good? Thank you for having me on.
Anytime, man. Luke hit me up and he's like, "Yo, you still want to do one of them streams you used to do?" I was like, "Hell yeah, I'm down." you know, got my notes.
Oh, yeah.
All Juggalo shit.
Yeah.
You know, get
Fuck
into
yeah.
it. But before we start the show, I want to give a big RIP to my brother Michael Tucker. He was on a lot of the Bender Boy streams, a lot of late night Speaky Clout Ratchet streams. Dude was a real one, and I send my condolences to his family. Love you, Tuck. RIP, brother. So
Yeah, rest in peace.
thank you,
Yep.
bro. There's that. So yeah, man. Get straight into it. You know, a lot of Juggalo events been going on. You know, Rome covers them on his podcast, but figured I'll cover one here too. What's your thoughts on Super Famous Fun Time Guys and the album Don't Hug Me from the Front? I'll let I'll set it off. When I first seen them, I was like, who the fuck are these dudes? You know what I'm saying? I had no idea. I knew what Eight Legs was, but I didn't know what Eight Legs looked like or none of that shit. So I'm like, eh. Then the Brainless video drops in like New Year's Day or some shit.
Mhm.
And I was like, yo, this shit is fire, you know? And the album comes out. And other than two songs, shout out to Luke for helping me out here. It's the title track, The Hungry from the Front, and what's it called? The other one?
Up for grabs.
Up for Grabs. I think it's kind of whack, you know. But other than that, just wicked shit. You know, and I fuck with it. You know? Simple and plain. I like the album. Feeling wrong.
I talked about it on my show. It's for me. It seems like I'm just getting caught up on the gimmick.
Yeah.
I'm getting caught up on the looks, the gimmick. The music's not bad though. It's not
Yeah.
bad. There are a few good songs on the album. I can't remember off the top of my head. I like the Zool feature, the Billy feature.
Hide and Seek After Sunset, Brainless.
Yeah,
That's
there's a
hard.
couple of the tracks on there, but like, I don't know. I think I'm just getting caught up on the gimmick.
It's an interesting one, that's for sure.
Yeah, I get they're not supposed to be like super serious or whatever. Like it's the Super Famous Fun Time Guys. Like just everything about them, the name, the look, the shit they rap about. You know, like I get what it's supposed to be, but for me, it's just like I don't hate it, but like just yeah.
I think in my videos I called it the self-deprecating horrorcore. Because it's not really horrorcore. It's like hard to like categorize what they do. But I've been fucking with them for a while. Like way
Yeah.
back over a year now at this point. They dropped their video for Positive, which is a song that I always recommend people go listen to if they've never heard them. Because that's them and Dubs, and it's just like the I don't know how to say this, prototypical, maybe if that's the word, or like song that they've done. Like if you hear that song, like that's their style and that's the way they do it. This album is like definitely their best work that they've done yet. I think I like pretty much every track. Like Mike said he didn't like Up for Grabs. I loved Up for Grabs. It was like this stupid
It's too happy.
like it's not even happy, it's just like this weird R&B like threesome with another guy fucking
Oh, that's really gay.
it's so funny, but I mean that's like them. I mean Brainless is fire. Like Bill kills the hook on that song. And I think my favorite track is actually All Right. I was talking to Mike about this before we started. It's like this like homie song, like I hope my homies are doing all right, but then it's like a diss track. So they kind of take it and like flip it on its head. Could have played Fallout as fire. Yeah, I like
Roots of Florida is so hard. That's
Yeah,
my
Lucha
joint.
Florida's dope too. That was actually on. I don't know if you guys knew this. They played Lucha Florida on No Jumper.
Oh, word.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. He's into all that kind of shit. He's like, these guys are the ones that are beefing with ICP. But yeah, I mean, I really enjoy the whole album. So
Yeah, I do too. Minus those 2 tracks. It's a really good record to me.
Yeah, that
You know.
Lucha Florida track is dope. That's another one that I liked on that album. That shit's hard.
yeah,
That's my joint.
they definitely picked some good singles on that, I'll say.
And the videos are dope too.
Yeah. Lucha Florida with the homie Rick Mole.
Word. That's my shit. I like the line that with the Zool song when Lee was like, "Leave you hanging like Chris Cornell." I was like, "Ooh, that's a nice
And then
line."
Joe Black's verse is fire on that one.
Oh yeah. Whack ass Beastie Boys.
Yeah.
I ain't doing your fucking verse.
I hope you read your contract because you're gonna be sucking my dick.
You wake me up for this shit?
Yeah. It's so good.
All right, y'all. Y'all know April 20th, Necronomicon 2 is upon us. What do you guys expect from that? Like, production wise, fucking, we know it's gonna be on some weed shit, but like, for me, I want like some Bad Mind shit. I want some boom bap shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
what I would like.
I really don't know any idea who's doing the production, because
Word.
they haven't said, and I don't even have any like behind the scenes information on that album, to be honest, other than I know Blaze is going to be on it.
Yeah.
And it's full length. I mean, I know it's full length. I know Blaze is on it, and that's about all I know, really. I imagine that it's not just Slasher Dave, because I think if it was, they would say so, because that's kind of what they did with Mausoleum. They were pretty upfront that Slasher Dave was doing all the production on that album. So I imagine it'll probably be like a hodgepodge of producers on that track or on that album as well.
Billy said 13 tracks. I'm like, man, that's dope.
Yeah.
A whole new full-length album. They just dropped one a few months ago. It's ill. I like it. I like the work ethic. That's fucking dope.
Hell yeah.
They were on there. They did a live stream the other night. It might have been last night. And they said the Ritz single is coming out soon. And I wonder if that's going to be on the album.
That's the shit before Ritual of the Rot, right? That little
I think so.
Yeah. Little sample before that.
Yeah, apparently it's gonna make you cry. So
yeah.
It's gonna be some whole different shit for Zool than what they usually do.
I think the last couple singles that they did with Slasher Dave, what was it?
When Tombs Creek Open.
Yeah, like the production on those was like more of a traditional hip hop, like kind of what they sounded like before the like Mausoleum production. Like there really wasn't boom bap shit on that album at all, other than like Mask Made Me Do It, and that was produced by the Zombie Aristocrats who did Church of Zool, which those dudes are fucking fire. I'd like to see them work with them again too. Like
yes,
their production is just dark and fucking just heavy as fuck.
I'm just excited for that new shit, bro. I can't wait for Necronomicon 2.
Yeah, I like that they're doing a follow-up. That first one, like Another Dimension, like I love that shit.
Oh man, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Just banging. So yeah. April 20th.
Zool's the shit, man. Like I like that they're staying busy. Like I'm glad that they're not just sitting around, and I mean, we know they're plenty busy doing the merch. They just dropped the mask. They just dropped the Friday the 13th mask. And they also said on their live stream, the Skull mask that they've been, if you've seen the previews for their M&E, those will be going up early March, they said. So it's like their grind don't fucking stop, man. They're just like pedal to the floor and just let's go.
The For the Fam Fridays mask.
That shit was fire.
The Bonehead is what they're calling it, I think.
Yeah. That shit's hard. I like that shit.
Yeah, it's dope.
Controversial one right here, boys.
Mm-mm.
Does ICP need to be held accountable for that broken promises? Just because we're juggalos, should he be like, oh, that's ICP. They're always fucking, not living up to their promises. I say, yeah, it looks like they're finally coming through with some of that shit with Yum Yum's Law being released Wednesday, and those gift bags are going out, right, Ron? I believe.
So I just got the last tracking number that I got through the informed delivery updated today. USPS is in possession of whatever the fuck they shipped out. So presumably it's the gift bag.
Word. Yum Yum Law hard copy in that bitch or what?
I think so, because whoever is that psychopathic sent out the email and it was like the Yum Yum Lure gift bag, and everybody's like, well, where the fuck is the October gift bag? And I'm like, I think the dude that sent this email out don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
But I mean, yeah, I think they should be. You know what I mean? Like, you need to stop yapping your mouth off, Jay, and giving out false release dates. You know, and come through with your shit. But I think I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, they always disappoint us, so yeah, they get a pass. Nah, fuck that.
Everybody, you should. Everybody should be accountable.
Yeah,
it ain't just ICP, just everybody. Like, if you do some shit like that, you know. Someone said to me, Violent J's like that kid that goes around the neighborhood bragging that he got a PS5 when he ain't even got that shit yet, and his parents got to break the news to him like, you ain't getting that shit.
and I told Ron, I'm like, they're like that absentee father. Saturday morning with the baseball glove, the niggas ain't showing up.
Yeah, you know, I think we kind of
at the window waiting, like, yeah, he's coming today. He's coming today.
Nothing.
I think we kind of talked about this before. I don't remember what stream it was or what video it was that we talked about it, but you know, it was essentially like, you know, we shouldn't just like be like, oh, it's ICP fucking up again. You know, you got to kind of try and hold them. And I think, like, especially with this gift bag, that like they've realized, because they've been getting heat on like every post, every social media post. It's people are like, where them bags at though?
Right.
So I'm hoping that this is like a wake up call, and like what happened at the end of, I think it was the last set of streams they did. I think it was the Pointless Pizza Party, where Jay had that realization, like, maybe we should have this stuff done before we announce it. So hopefully that sunk in, and that'll happen. But you know, I think it's always gotten to the point though, and I think Juggalos in general are at the point where it's like they've seen so many ICP seminars and so much stuff that hasn't happened, that a lot of Juggalos are just jaded, and they're just like, it'll come when it comes, you know.
The reason why I asked that question, because I'm sick of motherfuckers being like, oh, you should know it's ICP. Nah. Fuck that.
And
we need to
the reason why they continue to do it is because they've never been held accountable. Well, we got platforms, and we need to use these platforms to hold these motherfuckers accountable.
Facts.
Everybody. It ain't just exclusive to ICP. If anybody does some stupid shit, you got to be held accountable for that shit. Like,
facts.
I hate being prompt, like the music. I said on my podcast last week, I don't give a fuck about the coin, the DVD, whatever the fuck. I don't even remember what comes in that gift bag. I just want the CDs. I just want the music. That's all I care about. That's the reason why I got into this. And that's the reason why I'm still here, is because of the music. It's all I want. I don't give a fuck about anything else.
Nigga, track 4 on Jekyll Brothers. Want my shit?
Right. Exactly.
Word. We got that out the way. And I agree with both of y'all. Are you excited for Yum Yum's Law?
I'm always excited for new music from any kind of Juggalo shit. I'm always excited for new music.
Word.
Whether or not I think it's going to be something that I actually enjoy, I don't know, because I wasn't really a fan of Ding Ding Doll or the Halloween single with Mr. Nobody or whatever it was called.
Oh, it's horrendous.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of either of those. So, you know, we'll see. Like if Fearless Fred Fury had never come out, I'd have been like, fuck yeah, I don't give a shit. I mean, I'd still listen to it, but I'd be like, but Fearless Fred Fury gave me hope that they can, you know,
likewise
make more music like that. So, we'll see. I'm hoping like with the color scheme and stuff, they go for like a Riddle Box vibe, but that's just going off of what it looks like. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? I just hope it's good. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say I'm excited because they let me down so much with not coming out until now. Like finally, it's like the excitement's kind of gone, but I want to hear it. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and I hope it's good.
That's pretty much how I feel. Like I
Yeah.
was excited. I was excited for the album to drop a month and a half ago, like the whole
That's what I
album.
mean. Yeah.
And now just being dicked around with the gift bags and the Yum Yums lure, fucking the music. I just hope it's good, man. Like, I post on my social medias, when they announced that Yum Yum's lure was dropping on Wednesday, and people are like, finally, good music will be coming out on Wednesday. I'm like, yo, that remains to be seen. We don't know if this shit's good yet. We have no like, and to be honest, this whole fucking thing with them just promising us shit, not giving us our shit, making us wait like months. It's been what, 4 months almost since October, since the streams, and it's just kind of leaving a sour taste in my mouth, So the music, I mean, if it's good, it's undeniable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Luke said, the singles that they've given us so far were just not it. Boring, like boring.
It's funny because I like Ding Ding Doll for a couple of weeks. I never went back to it. I went back to it. I was like, it's kind of whack. So it never really happened to me before, but
Yeah, I
Man.
like the see. Let's see. I don't mind the verses, but it's when they get into the hook and like the
yeah.
beat with the hook, where it makes like those weird like. It's like they tried to make the toy box sounds, but they fucking ran it through some bullshit filter and it sounds like shit. I don't fucking know. But yeah, as soon as I heard it, I was like, I always feel weird when I hear stuff like that or whatever, and I just see like all this like positive, like, oh, it's fucking dope. And I'm like, I guess I'm the only one. So, yeah, I don't know. Actually, Joker's Gallery brought up something that I hadn't really thought about. Do we know who's producing all of Yum Yum's lore? Because I know they said they were going to use some of Mikey Clark's old stuff, but is Shaggy the Airhead doing stuff on there too? Like, do we know who's doing that?
So Yum Yum's lure is like, that was like not even announced until December.
Yeah.
They those producers, Shaggy the Airhead, Devereaux, Mikey Clark, I think they said 7 for the album. So for the lure that's dropping on Wednesday, I have no idea. I'm curious to see who they got doing the beats for it. But yeah, the Ding Ding Doll single, by the time the October streams was over, like I didn't like the song from the first time I heard it, or was it the December streams? Because they do commercial breaks, and every fucking commercial break they play that song, and I mute it. I'm so fucking sick of this song. It's so bad. It's not good. And people, I hate the comparisons to old shit when it's clearly sounds nothing like anything else. Even like when they released WTF off Fred, terrible. I'm like, no, just because it has guitars and screaming doesn't make it terrible. And that they're talking about like shit in the news, you know what I mean? It's like people love to compare to the old shit. I mean, if it does sound like the old shit, then yeah, but I mean, in 2020, has ICP ever really done something that sounded like they did in the past? I feel like they change up their sound pretty much every album.
Yeah.
Yeah, they keep things reminiscent. Like I've said that Fearless Fred Fury reminds me a little bit of the first deck. Somewhat. I mean, maybe that's just because all the other cards aren't my favorite. So it kind of like,
probably
decent.
because Fred was so angry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's like that's their angriest album of the second deck, for sure.
Yeah, which makes me wonder what their like tone is going to be with this album, because like we all know kind of the theme of it, so it makes me wonder how the music is going to tie into that theme.
Oh yeah.
Like, is it going to be smooky, smooth, silky rhymes from Violent J, or like,
Right.
I don't know.
I just want to. There's like the whole, the theme of the album. I'm thinking there's going to be like Twisted and Young Wicked disses in there. You know what I mean? Like loyalty, the whole loyalty thing. Like there's going to be subliminals in there. There's no doubt about it.
Hey, I gotta rep. Jim's asking where he can find the Super Famous Fun Time Guys CD. Zulmart.com.
Yep.
Pick up a bunch of other shit too.
Yeah, even if there is subliminal disses, I'm all for that shit. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit. Yeah, it's just rap, dude. And as long as it's good, I don't give a shit who's dissing who, man. Twisted's been doing it to ICP. ICP's been doing it back. ICP a little more blatant than Twisted, which I like the actual name calling. Like,
yeah, that'd be so grimy if they did that.
You know what I mean? Like, I just remember like Tupac on Hit 'Em Up. That's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. You're like, oh shit, here we go. It's on. Like, I just love the blatant. I don't mind the dissing. I mean, if you're beefing with a motherfucker, say their name.
Yeah. Calling out names corrupt.
Right. I mean,
yeah, I want to say something around those lines. Is when I did my will ICP and Twisted ever crush the beef, it started a huge conversation about like, oh, why are you talking about this? Like, because they keep talking about it. Like, if they let it die, like, people wouldn't talk about it no more. But there's always like ICP just freaking talked about it, in their other streams. Twisted's doing their little subliminal disses. It's still going on. It's like, as long as they're talking about it, people are going to talk about it. That's the way I look at it. Like, if they let it go, people wouldn't have nothing to say. It would fizzle out, be done,
I think the beef will end at some point, for sure.
I hope so.
That'd be crazy.
I mean, I don't know. Jay's pretty strong-headed, and like,
stubborn like a motherfucker. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I was talking to somebody else about it, and they were kind of saying like, like they better get their shit together before something terrible happens. You know what I mean? Like with when Saint Dog died.
Right.
It was like, everybody's like, fuck, we never got that Cottonmouth King shit that we really wanted. You know what I mean? And it was because something fucking terrible happened. Yeah,
Rude Boy said that, right? Rudy said that at one point. He's like, because he went to Astronomicon and all the Juggalos were like, why the fuck were you at Astronomicon? He's like, look, I was invited. My kid loves fucking superheroes and all that shit. And I was invited, so I went. That's the only reason why I went. And he's like, and then he talked about it. He's like, look, this beef thing, like, before something tragic happens and people really regret not making up and whatnot, hopefully it gets to that point. And I agree with him. You don't realize what you got until something tragic happens.
Mm-hmm.
Big facts. All right. So, that being said, are y'all like, what's the question? Hold on. When do y'all think that Yum Yum Bedlam will come out? Like, we're not fucking psychics, but I just want to put it in conversation. Like, when do you think? And they coming out in March. We know that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking towards August, July, gathering time used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would say. I'd say
sometime this year, hopefully.
I would hope so. I mean, I'd say summertime, July, August, at the latest August.
I just thought of something, and I want to get it out there before I forget about it. You just mentioned like the gathering. I was just thinking it would be dope if for their live streams that month they do like a virtual gathering, and they have like performances and shit, and like their regular seminar, all their fucking shit. Like if they did that for that month, that'd be pretty dope. And then they could do, like you're saying, the album probably won't come out till then anyway. So as a part of the bundles, they could release the album with that, and then they could perform the album during that month as well. That'd be dope.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
I'd be down with that. I don't mind paying for the streams. I didn't do February just strictly for the fact that the gift bags. and the Yum Yum Lurs CD. You know what I mean? But the content ain't bad. You know, I haven't really heard anything about the February streams, but sounds like they got some good shit planned. And if they could do that for the gathering and do ill shit like a seminar, kind of like what they did in October. Like October was kind of like a gathering. You know what I mean? Like they had the seminar, they had a Q&A, they had a whole bunch of shit. Like the October streams were really good. And I think they just got to figure out what works and what doesn't. And they could do some shit like that again.
Yeah, they were kind of talking about that, like, you know, what people liked and what people didn't like and that kind of shit. So far this month, they've been pretty good. Like, I love the Descent into Evil shit that they do. It's kind of a shame because it sounds like they're not going to do it again. Just because Jay was like, man, this made me fucking angry. I'm pissed. He's like, I don't want to do this shit again. I'm like, fuck, bro, this is the best stream you got too. Other than I think my two favorite things they've done so far has been the slideshow thing that they did, where they showed off like all the old photos and like it's like showing them those photos like triggered memories that Jay had, and it was really dope. And then the historical tours, that was really dope too.
Did you see the past love stream they did, Rome? The latest one?
The Zen of Love?
Yeah.
No.
My boy Evil was on there, and he was like saying Big Will can't get hard unless he has pizza in the room or something like that.
It was so funny. I was like, oh my gosh.
That's hilarious.
And they got a kick out of it. Jay and Shags are dying, you know. So.
Yeah, they were joking about it like the whole stream pretty much.
Yeah.
That's fucking fun. That's funny shit.
That Zen of Love, the new Zen of Love that they just did was pretty good. Like the first one I felt was kind of cringy for me anyway. I was like,
oh, Jump Steady in that fucking do-rag. That needs
yeah. It was Jump Steady, and he's like talking about like you got to pull these tactics and all this shit, and I'm like, bro, just stop. But the new one was actually pretty good. Like,
are the new streams up on YouTube or anything?
Yeah. Sons of Midnight, I think is his name, and he uploads all of that shit.
Oh, okay. I haven't even been looking. I haven't even been looking for him, but there are a couple that I want to watch.
Yeah, Descent into Evil's dope. If you like the first one, the new one's pretty dope too. Juggalo Night Court's okay. I mean, it's kind of, I think, one of those things you'd rather compete in, but Jay and Shags are, especially Shaggy, is hilarious wearing his like lawyer suit and his tight shirt with his gut hanging out and everything.
All right, this be a good one. I think I know the answer for Rowan, but is Twisted making the music you want them to make nowadays? Like, or should they go a different route? For me, this will never happen. I want Boom Bap Twisted. I want Bad Mind. I want Joe Strange. Jake One. Like, Seance Off the Darkness is like the most illest shit they did in recent years. I would love something like that. Like how they rap on the fucking Venomous 5 tracks. Production like that. But that would never happen, you know. I just don't like this rock shit. Now they always had rock. But they like the darkness off Green Book is an amazing twisted rock song, you know. We Don't Die, etc.
Have you heard Mad Season of Revelation yet?
No.
I'm telling you, man, you want ill raps? You want ill rap shit? Especially Mad Season, in my opinion. But there's ill rap shit on Revelation, too. I kind of agree with the rock shit. But it doesn't, to me, it don't sound bad. I don't mind it. I get why they're doing it.
I mean, I tried to listen to like little singles they had off Mad Season and the other one. I didn't like it. The beats are trash.
Really? Man,
yeah.
That shit is hard. Damn.
I want that.
I agree. Boom Bap Twisted, I don't think they'll ever do it.
Like What I'm Feeling off Heartbroken Homicidal. Shit like that.
That's an underrated album, man.
What I'm Feeling? Like that Boom Bap shit.
Hell yeah.
It never will happen. But that's what I want.
I mean, I like New Twisted. You know, I've been telling you to listen to their shit for the last year, so.
Nigga, they covered Come As You Are, and it sucks dick. Like.
Oh, yeah, that. I'm surprised they even let that, like, breathe air. Like, that was so bad. So bad. Like, ugh.
It took us guys to listen to Twisted's last two albums. I don't know.
Yeah, man. They're really good. Really good. There's some boom bap sounding shit on Revelation. If you don't like what you heard off Mad Season, I think it's Twins, and there's another track on there.
I will say I'll give it a listen, but like Joker's Gallery said about High Society, whatever the hell, you ain't gonna bump that shit.
Right.
So yeah, I'm not.
Right.
Yeah, like I'll say this. Revelation is good and Mad Season is good, but that's not the question. The question is, are they making music that you want them to make? For me, no. But the shit that I like, they're never gonna make again. Like, cause like my favorite album is Most Tasteless. That shit is fucking raw, murder, murder, murder. That horrorcore shit. That's the shit I like. And
Ron like Sad Twisted the best. He even said it.
Yeah. I've heard him say he likes the emo Twisted best. So I mean, Venomous 5, that's that shit. So hopefully I get it, you know, but I think it's going to be a while. Because, like, when I talked to Carver, it was like, he was like, they want to do that shit right. And they want to do it, you know, big. So if that's what they want to do, they're probably not going to do it till this shit's over with. So probably be another year or so before we get Venomous 5. So we'll see. But that's the shit I like from Twisted. I like, you know, murder, 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 the fucking hardcore shit where they don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, like, I see that all the time. I wish Twisted would do wicked shit. Like, there's still wicked shit in their shit.
Yeah, it's definitely there still.
It's just not their main focus. I just like how they adapt to like newer sounds, you know, that kind of trap, bass heavy kind of beats. And I mean, the way Monoxide just keeps getting better and better, man. Like, insane, like how good he's rapping right now. Like the caliber that he's rapping at right now is fucking nuts, dude. Like, you want to talk like multi-syllable rhyme patterns? This dude rhymes like every single word in line for line. Like, it's just, and it's ill shit that he's spitting too. Like, super dope. So I just say yes because I like the music, I guess.
Right. I figured that. Maybe one day I'll give those a listen. One day. Let's see. Did y'all see the Blazy Dead Homie Valencia in the Hood 20-year anniversary performance? You like it?
Yep.
It's all right.
I know Roan's opinion on this, but I'm asking anyway, you know. And Luke probably same way, and I respect that. But I think it's corny they don't say the word nigga. You said it 20 years ago. That's what I call a real bitch. What the fuck? That's what I call a real bitch.
I mean, I understand why they don't, especially now, bro.
I want them to say that shit.
Like a few years ago, maybe it would have been fine, but like now,
you don't say it on your new records, good. But you're performing shit that you said it on, say it.
Yeah, it is always weird to me when they perform those songs and they just kind of like don't say anything and then they move on to the next line. It is weird.
Killer.
Especially when they say people, when they say like people, it's like, come on, bro, that's what you could
say people.
At least say ninjas or something, you know what I mean? Something close, I guess. Like, I completely understand why they don't do it. You know what I mean? I mean,
and Blaze got that new voice I fucking hate. Oh.
Yeah, he's not yelling anymore. That's the thing. He's not yelling when he raps. Like when he yells when he raps, it's a lot better.
Yeah, in general, I thought the live stream was pretty like vanilla, I guess. Like I don't know. It just didn't move me one way or the other, I guess. It wasn't bad, but I wasn't like, fuck, you know, that was dope, you know? And like, it was weird because it was really short. It was like, I don't know, 40 minutes. I mean, I guess that's a regular time for like a set, but they had no openers. The whole stream was like 40 minutes. And what's weird is like his live stream was like what, like $13 or something like that. And then the Zool is like $9. And you're going to see fucking Mad Max, Super Famous Fun Time Guys, and the fucking Zool. I don't know. It's like, was it the headliner price or something? I don't fucking know, man. But it just seemed really short. And
when I said here it's the real a real bitch. I put whack in the chat with Brooklyn. I just bounced.
Yeah, when I heard that, a real bitch, I was like, we could have said something like a bitch motherfucker or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we could have switched. They could definitely replace the word with something better than bitch.
Yeah.
I mean, I get why they don't say it, now. I think I like the stream. It just sucks that these albums are being performed and there's no ICP. You know what I
That's
mean?
what I'm.
Like,
Yes.
it sucks. Same with. I mean, ICP never really even when Twisted was on the label, really had them on like Joker Card albums. So when they perform those albums, they can really perform them in its entirety, and it's like a real performance. But with Twisted and Blaze, like ICP was all over their shit, and Violent not having Jay on Straight Out of Detroit, and
Ooh.
you know what I mean, shit like that sucks. But I still enjoyed it for what it was.
It was really
I
weird
respect
for
that.
me that the performance started out with Jump Steady. Like that was like I heard that I was like, whoa. It was fucking weird.
I give them props for not really cutting out that much psychopathic shit in the songs. And a lot of people give them shit. Oh, reliving shit that they did on psychopathic, and it's like they can't celebrate albums. It's 20 years since One Less G. Like Blaze can't celebrate 20 years of his debut album, which is like a Juggalo classic. Like he can't celebrate that just because of the beef, and they're not on the same label anymore.
I mean, I'm light skinned as fuck, but I'm a black man. Look at my social media, you find that out. But me being a black man, I never give a fuck when they said nigga. I never cared. I loved it.
since we're talking about this specifically,
yeah,
I saw something the other day that I thought was pretty hilarious. And Rowan, you might know what I'm talking about. You posted lyrics to some song.
Oh
and
shit!
Sugar Slam responded to your tweet. Like, oh, you think you could say this just because it's lyrics in a song? And I'm just like, oh my gosh, bro. Did you even acknowledge it? I don't think you did.
And I'm not going to.
All right, Ron. I respect that. I respect that. You know how
she was on because that was that night that she went on that huge Twitter storm. Like I think she was like drinking or something because her Twitter's now deleted or deactivated or some shit.
Well, put it this way: I don't give a fuck who you are. I got my boys back. You feel me? So, fuck off. Politely. All right. Here's a good one. If ICP was to release an album from the catalog, what would you want them to re-release? It could be several albums.
Can you repeat that? I missed it. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I said, if ICP was to release an album from their catalog, like re-release an album physically, digitally, whatever the fuck, what would you want it to be? For me, the fucking Sideshow EPs, because they're so low in the mix. They're extremely low. I would love like new pressings for Beverly Kills and Terror Wheel and Tunnel of Love,
Even if they packaged it up in one yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
that's what I would say too, because the way Isham did his EPs and he remastered it, like even if they did that, they just put it in one package. I'd buy the fuck out of that real quick.
For years, I would have to turn up the volume on Kill the Fetus, like really high.
Yep.
When that remaster came out, ooh, it's amazing.
Yeah, if they did that for Beverly Kills, Terror Wheel, and Tunnel of Love, even if separately or together, those definitely need to be remastered. Because
yes,
Beverly Kills, I go in my car and I turn it up to the max, like I can't even turn it up anymore.
Yeah,
and it's still not loud. I'm like, fuck, man.
All three of them are like that for me.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, man. Like, still classic material without a doubt.
Oh yeah, I just think it needs to be.
Yeah, they definitely need a proper remaster, and I'm surprised they haven't taken advantage of that. Maybe they will because, we're coming up on 30 years of all those releases.
Yeah, I think a Sideshow EP like box set would be super dope, and if they included some of the songs that they like cut from those albums, like in a side CD, that would be really dope. But like if they released like how they did Riddlebox and Great Malenko, like if they did Ringmaster that way, that'd be fucking sick. Like do one of those big, like with a gold embossed Ringmaster on the front. Put some fucking. Oh, I'd buy that in a second, bro.
There.
Mm-hmm.
It would.
Beverly Kills is my favorite out of those three.
It's my favorite Ton of Love.
Yeah, mine too. I love Ninja's like one of my favorite all-time ICP songs. So,
but Beverly Kills is that old school Detroit scrub shit.
Yeah.
You
All
know?
three are like you put on any one of them, and I'm gonna rock the fuck out. You know.
Yeah, Amy's in the attic.
Mr. Kaiser, you shouldn't come up.
That's got to be a top 10 song for me. Like,
yeah.
I've tried putting together like a top 20 ICP song list, and that's fucking hard. That's really hard.
Yeah, man, I would just love those to be re-released. You feel me?
For sure.
That'd be amazing. And like a fucking Red Cross, which would never happen. Red Cross on vinyl, that would never happen. But you'd be fine.
Or just release the Red Cross again. Just press
on
that
Spotify,
shit up again.
Right?
Something. Yeah, just fucking put that shit out. Yeah. Fuck.
I was hoping that they were gonna remaster Dog Beats when they did this new reissue, but I mean it was just so off the fly, so quick that they released it. You know, that was just a quick buck, and I don't blame them.
I'm glad they did it because I never had that. Never.
It's such an ill cover too. It's just as dope as the original cover.
Yeah, Fat Ronnie with the
Fat Ronnie. Yeah,
yeah, that shit's dope.
They did that shit like on the fly. Like I think they showed it in the slideshow thing, and Jay was like, "We should re-release that shit." Like, we're gonna re-release that shit. I'm like, "Fuck, man, that was kind of cool." And that's something these live streams, like especially that live stream, did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like trigger ideas and shit, and see what people are digging when they're doing it, and they're like, "All right, we'll do that shit."
So Ronan and Luke, y'all agree with me about that? You think the sideshows? What would y'all say?
Fuck yeah, dude! Do a whole box set. Like I said, all 3 CDs, and then throw in an extra CD with like shit that was cut or whatever, and then put in like do like a booklet with like old flyers and all other shit in there, and fuck, bro, I'd buy that in an instant.
A little story about each EP, like I'm trying to think of other releases that I would like to see, but those 3 are
Project Born Dead, if they can, you know.
Project Born should do that. I think.
Yeah, Nitty should do that.
Yeah. Because I mean, that's a dope EP too, man.
Yeah, it is. You have it, motherfucker. You lucky ass.
I do.
Yeah. I do. Yeah, I would love for the sideshows to be re-released, but remastered. Oh yeah. Okay. Me and Ron talked about this early on. We started to do streams, but I want to know Luke's opinion on this. To me, that 2 underrated albums in the psychopathic canon, Fatso or Chainsmoker? I'm saying Fatso.
Yeah, I like Fatso, I think, more.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if they did it now, whatever Monoxide would do would kill. But I think at that time, Fatso.
Fatso's a great album. I like Chainsmoker too, but that came out when I was more of a Madrox guy too.
I mean,
and Earth 2 fucking dominates.
I've talked about this before, but they've got pallets and pallets of Chainsmoker at the. I've got pallets. I've shown Roan the picture. There's literally pallets and pallets of Chainsmoker, so it must not have sold as well as they thought it was gonna sell.
Well, that was back in the day when albums were selling too, so they probably ordered a shitload of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, back in the day, I was all about Fatso, but now, Chainsmoker without a doubt. Like,
word.
Yeah, I love that album, man. I love both albums still.
Yeah.
Fatso back in the day, especially the Earth 2 edition, that shit was dope.
Nigga, that goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that shit.
Tearjerker off the OG.
Man, that shit pulls at the fucking heartstrings like a motherfucker, don't it?
Yeah, yo, my pops passed. You
right.
feel me? So I relate to that shit.
But Chainsmoker, I feel like is it's probably the most personal album that we've got, like from any psychopathic artist. There's a lot of personal shit. Monoxide's rapping on there, and it's super dope. But then you got tracks like "Get Out of the Way" with Isham. I love that shit.
That shit's hard.
Super dope. But yeah, Chainsmoker.
Yeah,
I would still like to do. Did you guys ever do that on UFCD?
Fatso and Chainsmoker? No, we spoken about it.
You should do that because I think it has the same amount of songs.
Yeah.
And then you could pit up the intros with each other and shit.
And if you're down, we'll grab you, brother.
Hell yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
Brooklyn, if you're watching, Chainsmoker versus Pesto.
Hell yeah. Tomorrow night, it got pushed back to tomorrow night. Jekyll Brothers versus Hell's Pit.
That's easy.
I know Ron don't fuck with Hell's Pit.
Yeah,
That's easy.
Jekyll Brothers has a special place in my heart, so it'd be Jekyll Brothers all day.
Jekyll Brothers for me, but I do like Hell's Pit, some grimy ass shit on there.
Yeah.
You know, you had me on for what was it? Most Tasteless and Freak Show?
Yeah.
And I even said at the end, and it was like I'm All Right versus whatever what is one of the re-released tracks off of the Most Tasteless album. And I was like, I want to vote for Most Tasteless just so Most Tasteless will win, but I got to keep it real and vote with. It's so crazy, that show, because you think one album, but then you start going song for song, and it's like, oh shit, this
Yeah.
like, you know, that whole time I was like, I'm just gonna vote for Most Tasteless the entire night. You know what I mean? But once you get them songs going up against each other, I love that.
Yeah, there's also something about the totality of an album, you know, like there's something to the way the songs flow and the way that everything goes into one another, and like the overall sound. Like Most Tasteless is so raw, you know, and so like that distilled fucking twisted shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me, like it's a cool like way to do it, but for me, it's like when I look at an album, I look at the whole album versus the whole album. But the UFCD thing is a fucking dope idea. I don't know why it's taking this long for somebody to fucking do that shit.
And we're nominated for a Replicon Award.
Yeah.
So is Rombone. Vote.
Rombone. Mike Sears.
Brooklyn Menace. Siznak. Shout out to Sizzy. Schooling fucking bum ass rappers out here.
Yo, that shit is funny as fuck. That shit was funny. He was going in on Madness. That's fucking funny, dude.
I gotta show you, Lou. You love it. You'd love it.
We talked about Madness in the last one of these.
Yeah, it was ratchet as fuck.
Oh no, it was my year in review when we talked about Madness.
Robo just said I don't like it. It sucks.
Yeah.
Shout out! Oh, there he is, the man himself. In the motherfucking chat, Evil. Love you, brother, fellow vendor boy. Trolling ICP. Oh yeah. Last question I got. Then we get this bullshit and chill out. The most disappointing psychopathic album ever to you. Like, fuck this album. This part a bit. If I had to say the most, shit, I would say Drive By, Pony Down. Cause I wanted some Fudang type shit on that record. I wanted some Hatchet Love type shit on that record. It's just like boring beats and that rapping on lackadaisical, and it's just a terrible fucking album. Then you got Purple Gang, like Juggalo John said, and Evil said Code 187.
But was Purple Gang really disappointing? I mean, it was Jump Steady. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, if you go into a Jump Steady album expecting anything fucking great, then that's your fault.
Yeah, but that for me it would be Pony Down because I love Blaze, I love it, Killer. So
everything they did, every project they've released after that album has been fire too.
It's good, yeah. That's the thing. And this is 05, and they were on top of their fucking game, and it was just whack.
That's a tough one. I would Drive By is definitely up there. I was hyped for that and disappointed. I'd probably throw Tempest in there.
That's my pick, actually, is Tempest. Because it's like that was kind of like the album where it's probably in hindsight, where you're like, oh, this could just be one fluke. But then as albums start coming out, you start to realize like, oh, this is the new norm.
Yeah, that's why I love Bangkok Boom so much.
Mm-hmm.
That's the era when I was like, fuck these guys almost. Seriously, thank God for Clockwork Gray and Independence Day. A lot of people hate that record, but
yeah, mine's probably Tempest because it's that first one.
I'd have to put Man Smith the Mutant up there as disappointment.
Because Mutant's terrible.
Because to follow up Green Book with those albums was like, ugh.
But Man Smith is fire. You don't like Man Smith?
Man Smith is okay. I'd say it's probably good, I guess. I feel like if you took the best songs off both those albums, you'd make a decent, a good album anyway.
Yeah, I mean, disappointing doesn't
Like a
necessarily
much-
mean it was a bad album. It just means like you had high hopes and it just was like
just because the Green Book was so good. Like I played, like I don't think Green Book left the CD player in my car for like 3 months when I first got it. Like I played that shit nonstop. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
man, classic. And then Man's Myth and Mutant came out, and it was like, it was just disappointing, just because Green Book was so good.
Beyond ecstatic to have this.
Yeah, that's just dope.
My favorite Twisted album too, by the way.
It's an amazing album.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Drive By, Tempest, Man's Myth, Mutant, Mudface.
Oh my goodness. Oh man. I hate that fucking album. So soft and shit.
Yeah, it's
man.
That was disappointing because ABK was just Road Fools too, even though it was just an EP, but he was riding high off Dirty History, which was I fucking love that album.
Came back from the mall with Mudface, threw it in the stereo, and I was high, so I fell asleep. This is back in what 07 when it came out, early 08, I can't remember. And my uncle was like, "Man, this ain't fucking like Hatchet Warrior or Dirty History. It's some life retrospective bullshit, some whack shit."
Which wouldn't have been bad.
I was like,
I feel like the production on that album sucked.
Yeah.
Like really bad.
I forgot what was going on there, my nigga. That ain't even ripped to my iTunes. It's just collecting dust. And
the only song on that album that I like, and it was a song that he released like a year before he even signed back to Psychopathic, was Trail of Tears. I fucking love that song.
Is that on Mudface or what?
It is on Mudface. That's the only song I remember on the album.
Shout out to Evil. Shout out to Steel City. What did Evil say? There you go.
I call it shit face.
Shit face.
There you go. Couldn't say it any better.
Not a good album. The cover's even trash.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish I think I still have it. The original mix of Trail of Tears off that album, because it was mixed, same beat and everything, but it was just mixed down different for the album. I have the original that he released online before he signed back to Psychopathic, and it's just so good, man. I fucking love that song.
Are you a Killer fan, Luke?
Yeah, I like some. I mean, it took me a while to actually like get into him because, like, I think the first time I heard him was when they did the re-release of Lotus.
Oh,
so yeah, and you hear that lisp and shit. I just could not get over the fucking lisp and shit. And it took me a while, but Hatchet Warrior was fucking fire, and like
Hollow Point is my favorite song on that record.
Fire.
Oh my god.
Dude, I remember back in the day, Palladium shows, man.
Yeah.
When they would sell that when ABK was like a touring machine back in the day, just nonstop opening up for Twisted and ICP. Like every show, you knew ABK was opening that bitch up.
He's touring now through all this shit.
No hype man, nothing. And that dude would tear the fucking stage up. Killed it. Like ABK, man, is like, I just want him to put out another good album, like Medicine Bag or something. I'm looking for that next dope shit, because I really fuck with ABK. I always have.
Oh yeah. He was talking about tools. I love that song. This is a thing that a G brings to your party.
Yeah. Homie, don't be slipping that kid dumb. Shove the pistol in your mouth slightly quicker than some. That shit, Blaze killed that shit.
That's when Blaze had that fucking ill voice.
Yeah.
I hate that.
I think he probably fucked his voice up, because he's always talked about it.
Yeah.
About losing his voice on tour. I don't doubt it. I mean, listen to Violent J's voice. His shit is way different now than what it used to be, and that's from just touring and not properly exerting your shit when you're on stage.
That early 2000s era was amazing. Wizard of the Hood, Hatchet Warrior. Jesus Christ.
One Less G.
All SG. Fucking
Yeah.
Freak Show.
Green
Mirror
Book.
Mirror.
Mirror,
I
yeah.
love Mirror Mirror.
Yeah,
Which
that's
me and
like
Ron,
that.
me and Ron was in the same fucking vicinity on the Insta too.
Yeah.
You know?
That was super dope. That was in Cambridge.
Strawberries, right?
Strawberries in Cambridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I had them sign the House of Crazy's Home Sweet Home tape, and they're like, yo. Because at that time, you know, I think outside of Detroit, not many people had that tape.
Yeah. And at that time, HOK shit was like still red.
Right.
You know?
I still got that. I got that tape. I've eventually got the chance to meet the ROC and have him sign it. So I got all 3 of their autographs on that shit.
Still City said OG Food Dang, yup.
Did you go to, because they did a show at the Palladium for Mirror Mirror. Were you at that?
Yes, sir.
Did you go to the one in Boston at the like little, it was this tiny little fucking venue. There's probably like maybe 200 people in that bitch. But that show was so dope because it was so small. Oh, that shit was so fucking dope.
I know that they did The World. That's the first time I heard them. The World. You know,
I love that song. I think that's my favorite song on that album.
Same. That shit is so fucking grimy. Mono, oof. Left Field with Jay.
Fire.
Damn. Yeah, Hatchet Warrior is
get
fire.
Your buzz off me for smoking a resin
off my tongue.
Disappear in the dark like the smoke of my lungs. Shit is fire, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Mirror Mirror is fucking just great. That's the era when like fucking Purple Show was online. You had to watch into some shitty internet.
Yeah.
You had to like download. That was back when you had to download fucking.
Yeah, I'll go to my boy TJ's house. He had to hook up for that and the Shaggy Show. You feel me?
Yeah, I remember watching them shits, and they're what, like 15, 20 minutes long, and you'd have to wait like 3 hours for that shit to load.
Yeah.
I remember when you had to wait 3 hours to let a picture load, bro.
Yeah.
It'd be that little like.
And porn back in the day was a fucking struggle.
My boy actually.
Like, we almost got to the titty. We almost got to the
titty. looking up pictures of Carmen Electra and shit.
Right.
That's great. Like my boy had to print me the fucking Wraith image. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have the internet, and I was like, my mind was blown when I seen Shangri-La for the first time. Because I had to Rising, they just showed the silhouette.
Yeah,
that show was amazing. Blazing he came with the little bikes.
Yeah, I wish that's like the one show I regret not going to.
That's the GOAT one for me, brother. My favorite one ever.
I wish I could remember why. I was probably fucking just getting drunk or high or some shit.
Well, same thing with like the Black Rain. I didn't make that one. That's the first time you went on stage. You said the story about that one?
Yeah, that was the first time I got up on stage. Black Rain, the bouncer, I was kicking the motherfucker like, get off me, son. I'm getting up here. Like, I am getting off this fucking stage.
Yeah, those are them fucking days.
Yeah, I went to the Black Rain tour in Cleveland, and one of the somebody from Bone, I think it was Crazy Bone, was supposed to play. Easy, okay, but he didn't play in Cleveland because he had a warrant out for his arrest in Cleveland.
And I'm Bone, so that for real.
I think Lavelle played that show.
Oh, what a great placement.
Yeah, but dude, I'll tell you, that's like one of the worst shows I've ever been to. Not because of like the performances, but it was like I was up front and I was just getting fucking demolished, bro. Like I was by the front, you know, whatever the fuck, the gate thing or whatever. And I was just getting fucking smashed, bro. And oh man, this shit fucking sucked. And then eventually I don't know how I did it, but I just fucking pushed my way to the fucking back. And at that point I was able to enjoy the show, but man.
That's the era when Juggalos, you just buck.
Yeah, fucking wild, bro. There was one of the openers. This is before Juggalos actually like somewhat respected openers. And there was this guy, and he was like, people were just fucking throwing empty beer bottles and shit at him. And he had this song, and I don't remember what it was called, but he had like the hook was like, I'll meet you in the parking lot. And so he's fucking hate rapping this song at the crowd. He's like looking at people like, I'll meet you in the parking lot, like yelling at people. I'm like, oh shit, this shit's about to go down. I'll never forget that shit, bro. That, like, you know, despite the experience being smashed against the barrier, it was still pretty fucking dope.
That's a
The only
better
thing I don't remember about that show is that I believe that was the tour where they were wearing like different costumes, like they had like the farmer shit. I have no fucking clue. I don't remember what the fuck they were wearing. See, I always thought they were wearing like the robes at that show, but that could just be my memory.
Said they were wearing like they would wear like army fatigues and like the football jerseys and shit like they had on the posters.
Yeah,
the Black Rain posters. Yeah.
Yeah, I have no fucking clue what they were wearing. I do not remember at all.
I was thinking that too. I have no idea what they wore at the Worcester show. I have no idea. I can't remember if it was the fatigues or like they had like the suits with
Gathering,
like, top hats
Gathering 04, they had them fucking like butcher fucking aprons.
That's dope.
It's grimy.
Yeah, that'd have been dope.
I'm just glad I got to see Dark Lotus perform live. And and that was when ABK was in the group. Like that Black Rain album is fucking dope.
Mm-hmm.
ABK, I believe he has the first verse on that whole fucking album.
Black Rain clouds keep falling down. Nigga, I love Black Rain.
That shit is super dope.
Fucking way back in fucking 2004, bro.
I spit wicked shit. Fuck hardcore.
Yeah.
I
remember horrorcore rappers back then taking exception to that line. They're like, well, fuck that. Why is he saying that? When in all actuality, it's all the same shit. You know?
Exactly. Yeah. They just talking shit, you know?
He can talk shit. If there's a motherfucker that can talk shit, it's Jay.
Yeah.
This ain't UFCD, but it's time for that famous piss break. So I'll be back real soon, as soon as I can, y'all. Hold it down. Hold it down. I'll be back. All right.
You know, I think a lot about like the old school. Oh yeah, the Tyson. Looks like he's like on some fucking shit. And look at his eyes, bro. He's coked out. He's coked out. Yeah. He's got it on his nose.
Yeah.
Well, what I was gonna say is like sometimes I miss like the old we were talking about the old internet, like the old Juggalo like internet days when it was like realjuggalos.com, Juggalo. I think they're still around. I think like Juggalo News or whatever they call themselves now. Fago Lovers. There was like Malenko 500, like all that shit, and like there was like those.
I remember like people would like pick websites that they went to. It was like you're either Real Juggalos or Fago Lovers or Malenko 500. I was Real Juggalos back in the day. I refused to do Fago Lovers. And then once Real Juggalos like disappeared, I was like, well, I guess I got to go to Fago Lovers.
Yeah, I was a Real Juggalos guy too. I'd go there all the fucking time. But yeah, I remember buying like tape dubs back in the day. You know, people would like list everything that they had, and you'd be like, I want that, and then they'd send you the fucking tape. Because back then it was like before YouTube and shit. So if you wanted to see old video, you know, of them, you had to like fucking order there's no other way. You had to order a tape dub.
Yep.
It was impossible any other way.
I used to have a VHS tape dub of the HOK performance where Eminem opened up. And I remember I got that shit. I probably paid like $20 for a fucking dub, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was such shitty quality, but it was like, you know, back in what, 01, 02, maybe something like that. Like it was super dope at the time.
Yeah. And then, like you could see, like I think one of the famous ones going around was a ICP performance from Phoenix that was going around, and like it was like on a shitty. I don't even know how the fuck they recorded some of that shit, because back then you had a big old fucking camcorder that you like had to like jam up like this to fucking record that shit. I don't know how the fuck somebody snuck that shit in there.
Yeah, you didn't really have camcorders at that time, like little handheld shits.
Like, that shit didn't exist. You had to fucking. You had to go to the rental store and rent yourself a giant ass camcorder and fucking put that shit up on your shoulder and shit.
Right. Yeah. I remember buying like CDs of like live performances. Like I had like Blaze. I had a bunch of Blaze CDs that were live performances. Twisted, ICP as well. Paying for like shitty live audio recordings, you know. That were burned to a CD. Who knows, like, what the fucking quality was? You know what I mean?
That was like that, like when we're the area we're talking about, that was like when like ICP collecting shit had really started to like pick up. Because I remember even I was like, oh shit, I want this and that. Dude, I wish I had some of the shit I used to have. Like I used to have a Jekyll Brothers in-store album display. You know, it had like the little shelving on it. You could put all your CDs on. Man, I fucking wish I still had that shit. It was so fucking dope.
I see those pop up every once in a while. I'm like, those are super dope. You know, the couple things I regret selling over the years are like, you know, I still got these cassettes, but a lot of these ICP cassettes and, you know, whatever, I've had to like rebuy in the last few years. And, but I used to have like all the Sideshow EPs, the Bizarre cassettes, and I sold them all. You know, I used to have like everything on cassette, like Twisted ICP, Esham, all that shit. And then the jerseys. I was never a big jersey guy, but if there was one that was like super dope, I'd pick it up. And I had like maybe 5 or 6 jerseys, if that. But I do kind of regret, even though I wouldn't wear them, but just because they were just so fresh, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I hardly ever wear the jerseys I got. Like if I'm going to a show, I'll wear one. But other than that, like I don't just wear them around, you know. I go to the store or some shit.
I had that. I don't know if anybody remembers this. When Twisted was doing like the limited edition 75 jerseys, like I had the Jamie Madrox Chicago Bears themed football jersey. It was limited to 75. I had the certificate of authenticity and all that shit.
Did those sell out?
Oh yeah, that was like hatchetgear.com back in the day.
Well, that's the crazy thing, dude. They had a limited edition of 75, you said, right?
Yeah.
And those fuckers sold out. You can fucking go on MNE store right now, and they've got stuff that's limited to 15 that's still in stock.
All right, let's talk about it. The merch is whack. It's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Do you think that has to do with them doing the MNE shit and other than the psychopathic, or do you think it's both?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, do you think psychopathic is staying up on their merch game and MNE is slipping, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, because I just recently, like, well, what psychopathic is doing is like they're doing a lot of throwback shit.
That's their bread and butter, dude.
Right. So yeah, that's dope. Like I just bought a Carnival of Carnage shirt a couple months ago, that red and white one. The red, white, and black Carnival of Carnage. Like I picked that up because I've always loved that shirt. I always wish I had it. So I picked it up. You know, I don't buy that much t-shirts. I usually only buy them at shows just so I can remember that specific show or just have something from that show. But a lot of the merch, you know, that M&E in particular, they're just pumping out is really wet. Like the sublimated jerseys and shirts and stuff like that. Like, I don't think that's it, man. And I don't know why. Like it doesn't seem like it's selling because like you said, the limited to 15 or 20 is like it's not selling out.
Yeah.
You know,
still sits. Yeah,
their logos are whack as fuck nowadays.
Like the merch back in the day was just so much better. You know, I can't really say for ICP because they don't really put out new designs. It's just a lot of retro throwback shit, which is dope.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like I'm a huge Zool fan, and even some of the Zool stuff that they put out on the MNE store, I'm like, yeah. And I buy almost everything Zool, but there's a lot of stuff that they put on their store, MNE store. I'm like, I'm not a fan.
I need to get a setup like y'all. This be on like wood and and pillows and shit. Trying to get a good image of me.
I got my camera taped to the wall.
Okay. Yeah, mine just is hooked up on the top of my monitor. So
yeah, my shit's built in.
But yeah, like I really wanted that Dog Beats jersey they put out with the hands and shit. Yeah. That shit was fucking fire.
Dog Beats fucking snapback was fire too.
Yeah, that too. I freaking slept on the beanies too, man. I really wanted a Ringmaster beanie, the tall ones, and I fucking missed that.
I got Jekyll Brothers.
Oh, did you? Yeah, I think they sold all those beanies out. I know the hats are still there, but I really want one of the fucking beanies.
Did you guys see that? They put out some new designs that were like throwback. They put out like a Stalker t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that. Hard.
It's pretty fire. It's like a creep show, true crime parody.
Yeah, that shit was fire, man. Like,
Got the Violent J character behind the bits.
Yeah.
I like how they're doing the throwback shit. Like, and there was some other ones like a Violent J shirt and a Shaggy Two Dope shirt. Apparently, like I saw somebody posting in the museum, like those were like limited to like when they originally made those shirts to like 5, and the dude happened to like had the original shirts that they made of those designs, and there was only like 5 made ever.
The man himself that cannot get hard without pizza. I just got my Stalker shirt today. It's just fire, Will.
There he is.
Yeah.
I hope you got your pizza, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, their merch is ill, and I think it's because of it's just a lot of throwback shit, a lot of old designs that they're just bringing back because they know people want it.
That's just fire.
Like the posters.
Yeah. Those
Oh.
posters are dope.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder how much other shit they've got. Like, yeah.
I want Riddle Box.
Makes you wonder how much other shit they've got that like they haven't shown people. Like photos, like that photo, the Riddle Box photo. Like,
Right.
makes you wonder how much other shit they've got that they're like.
I never seen that Riddle Box photo until
No.
that poster came out.
Yeah.
I still have all 3 of those posters like in the plastic. I haven't even taken them out yet.
So do I. I still got mine in too.
I had to put 'em
I
up.
just don't have any room on my walls.
It's so fucking beautiful. And that's the old school face paint too, dog. Like,
Yeah. That Terror Wheel is one of my favorite looks that they ever had.
Rocking the flannels and all that shit.
Yeah. Like the face paint style that they had in that era. Just so dope.
It's really funny when you see the old photos of them, like from that era, and they're wearing like cheap Payless shoes and fucking. It's just so funny, like the one where they're up in the tree and shit. Like,
yeah,
man, the Malenko, that Shaggy rocking Jordans and shit in that era.
Yeah,
and they had the. I remember when I was when Malenko, they did that Malenko photo shoot with the voodoo thing. And they were wearing Mecca. I don't know if you remember that.
Mecca.
I remember looking for Mecca, dude.
I rocked Mecca because of Jay and Shaggy in 97.
That's what I'm saying. I'd go to this mall. I'd be like, dude, where's Mecca? And I remember
shout out to my Bender boy fucking brethren, Silent J. He's a real one.
Oh, shit. He's got that tattoo, too. Fuck.
Yep. So a lot of those old pics are in the booklet in the first 6 set. I don't have that set.
Yeah, I don't have the set either. I want to get it, but...
The best part about that set is that book with all the pictures in it.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, like they missed the boat on that one.
They promised a documentary with that set, a bunch of other shit too. If I can't,
they promised like CDs with every album of every era of like unreleased songs.
Yo,
they promised a lot of stuff, and then we just got retail CDs in a box.
That's it. the cards are pretty fresh. I think my homeboy told me that the other night. We were talking about the box set.
Yeah, the cards are dope. Like, I think the first run of the first six box sets, they actually autographed it, and then like the certificate of authenticity I have, you could tell it's just a stamp. Like they didn't sign that shit.
House of Wax, I can barely remember that EP.
Yeah. I never even opened it.
Yeah, if anybody wants to see something kind of funny, like we were talking about old websites, I have old school angelfire.com website that I used to do news on for ICP. If you want to check it out,
that's awesome.
It's angelfire.com/SD/Juggalo, and you'll see.
Oh shit!
First one had wild outline on the sticker. Okay. But yeah, you'll see like old. Like I think the last update on that website is like the year 2000 or something like that. It's still got like a Santa's a fat bitch graphic on it and shit, man. It's fucking old school as fuck. I wish I could log into it and do like an update, you know, like 2021.
21 years later and shit.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I posted.
Yeah. A lot's happened, guys.
Yeah, a lot went down.
It's just crazy that website is still up. That
That's
like
fucking
Angel
funny.
Fire never fucking deleted that shit. I mean, I'm sure it's like fucking nothing on their servers. But
Right.
still, it's funny that they never did a sweep and just said, fuck all this old, shit. It's wild. I remember that was back in the day when you'd post like the real player clips of fucking songs and shit. And like people were big on lyrics and like your collection. Like you'd list everything you had on your collection and shit.
I wasn't around for that. And I got an internet like in 09. But
Jeez.
the hotline is my information. You know
I was
what
just
I'm
saying, you're
saying?
late in the game, bro.
Yeah, I
You
never
missed-
gave a fuck about the internet like that.
Yeah.
So way later on.
You missed like the horrorcore.com days and shit, man.
Uh,
That shit was both dope and fucking whack at the same time.
Right.
Because like I always say, like that shit, and I mean, me, Insane Poetry just mentioned it too, that like that shit, that horrorcore.com era was like when people were just like taking their mic at home and fucking rapping and throwing it up on MySpace. This is horrorcore, you know? And it just kind
nothing
of
has
like
really changed. I got like 22 hardcore rappers.
that's true, but that's like almost all genres of music do that kind of shit now. Back then it was like horrorcore and like that was about it, man. Like you didn't see people like, YouTube wasn't really a thing, so you didn't see like fucking Justin Bieber and shit, It was just like whack ass horrorcore artists. That he kind of says like that was what kind of like hampered horrorcore from becoming more mainstream. Which I kind of believe because horror was kind of like picking back up at that time and like maybe the music, but I don't know. I don't think the music will ever be mainstream. It's not really meant to be.
No.
Word. This is the shit that we fuck with.
A lot of dope shit came from the horrorcore.com scene though, like Low Key, Gruesome, Mad Max.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, without Low Key, you wouldn't have Zool. Like
probably not
with like the gimmicks and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there would have been some form of Zool or something. You know what I mean? Like they probably still would have done music, but like
they wouldn't have been put on like that. Like
yeah, I feel like Low Key was really
shit.
like Low Key. That's a dude that just doesn't get the respect that he deserves, in my opinion.
He does a lot of behind the scenes shit that nobody knows about.
I'm sure. I know. I know he's directed videos for Zool, like Family and shit. Forever Face.
What a phenomenal job he did.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Axe's Family that's up there with like fuck it, I don't care. We Don't Die. That's how much I love that damn video.
Yeah. Axe's Family is like their anthem now, dude. Like shit's fire.
Fucking Lee throwing up and shit.
Super dope.
Shit is hard.
Well, which we should mention, I don't think we did. They've got like 3 or 4 music videos on the way. They're premiering Dawn of the Dead during their For the Fam live stream on the 26th. And then they've got Deathbed, which is going to be, it was written and the special effects are going to be from Tom Martino, who does the masks. Then they've got a couple. Then I guess they've got 2 more music videos that they got coming out too. I don't know what those are going to be, but
I see you got the Knox beanie in the back there.
I do.
What's the news on the re-release of that shit?
Still coming. I think it was supposed to be out by now, but
I'm buying that shit as soon as it comes out.
Yeah, Lee said it's coming out, so I know. Yeah, that one's gonna come out. I asked him about what was it, Backstabber's Handbook, the other one. And like he was like that probably will never happen because it's got all the old, it's basically Jack and Beats for that one. So
right. I regret not buying the other one when they had it up on Zoolmart. Like it was up there a bunch of times and I never fucking bought it. And I regret not buying it because I know
Mask.
I know when I get re-released that I wish I had the OG.
I know Joey said he'll never do a solo record. But imagine Zool solo albums. Oh.
Yeah, Lee's going to do one. Yeah, Lee's doing one. But, we'll see when that happens.
A Billy O'Bay solo project? Oh, man.
Bill talked about doing a...
he's my favorite.
Yeah, Bill talked about doing like a beat mixtape or whatever. But we'll see if that ever comes out. Yeah, here's my copy.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I wish I had that shit.
Yeah, it's not too expensive if you can find it now. Like I think I paid $35, but they go for around that range.
Yeah.
And then you can buy the CD Baby version, which I also have.
Yeah, isn't that like some bootleg shit though?
Kind of. It's like I could show it to you. It's like in a weird like it's in a jewel case, but it's like fucking weird. Like it's got like a white outline and shit on it. See?
Yeah.
And then the back is that's the back.
That's how
But
I got an Ill Bill CD that's like that.
Yeah, if you wanna, if you want a physical copy, like this is only like $10 on Amazon. So you got a CD player or whatever, and you want to bump that shit.
Yep.
That's pretty much your only option at this point.
Yeah, I'm all about the physical.
Absolutely.
I ain't got much shit coming in the mail right now. It's been kind of slow. It's not.
Yeah, I haven't been buying much shit either.
Yeah, it's not much that I'm like really seeking out. I bought a few things, but
totally not. Oh, sorry, wrong. Go ahead, brother.
I guess I'm just waiting for new shit to come out.
Totally not Juggalo related, but Rappel Out Records, Trinity Cartel, the Blaming on the Music. One of the most fucking grimiest album covers in the world. He got some dudes dead. The fucking early pen and pixel shit. On the back, he's still dead. Just laying.
That's fucking awesome.
That cracked me up.
Wait, I don't know if I've ever heard you guys talk about this before, but have either of you guys listened to Cody Manson's Psychoactive?
Never.
No, it's dope. You should check it out.
I've seen Don Chaos interview him. Who the fuck's this guy? I never heard it. I never heard the album.
Yeah, I interviewed him in the alley. He's a cool dude too.
Word. Does he do like clay mask or something? He does like some mask.
Oh no, he does chains.
Chains, yeah.
Yeah, that's like his full-time business. He does like these clay like shiny chains that he does, and that's like his full-time job is doing that. But yeah, he signed to LSP now. So
oh shit, with Scum and them dudes.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, you should check it out. I think Twisted History or Joker's Gallery has posted about him a lot. Like that it's an underrated album, which I agree. I think it came out on Christmas. So, it's kind of one of those things that went onto the radar.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one thing underground artists don't take into consideration is like when they release albums sometimes. Like that's just not a good time to release an album.
Yeah. Well, he'd had it for a while, and he kind of shopped it around to people, and LSP were like, fuck yeah, picked it up. And so at that point, it's like you don't want to hold on to it too much longer. But
right.
Yeah, so I know he's touring with he's doing a couple shows on Insane Poetry's new tour, the Wicked Calligraphy tour that he's doing now.
Yeah, I see him doing some shows. I see ABK doing shows. Like, who the fuck is going to shows, man?
I went to one.
Did you?
I went to the it was Cody Manson's release party I went to.
Yeah.
And I guess I could talk about that a little bit. It was in Parma Heights, and the restrictions are super tight. Like everybody has to be seated. You have to be wearing masks all the time. And like, if people are getting up and they're because every once in a while people would kind of go up towards the stage, and then the guy that was running the MC, I guess, would be like, everybody got to sit the fuck down. Like if we do this, we get 3 strikes, the show's over. It's done. And the cops came in at one point, so they're running them real strict. At least in Ohio, they were.
Yeah, which I get, but like, does that make for an entertaining show?
Actually, it was kind of cool because Scum played that show too, and he fucking went in the crowd and shit. Like he's walking around, like fucking rapping it right in front of people and shit. So it was pretty dope.
COVID you know what I mean?
Face. Like rapping in people's face and shit, like jumping around and shit. So it's a different experience. It's not like going to a real show, kind of. It's like, I don't know. It's like how live streams are a different experience. Going to a show like that is a different experience as well. It was still dope though to finally get out and do some shit, Yeah.
What up, Beastmaster?
Beastmaster.
Yeah, there were a lot of people there though too. Like it was like a ton of people. that were at that show. It was like,
bet, man. Like, I bet when shows come back around, that shit's gonna be crazy.
yeah, when they open shit back up, bro,
Yeah.
shows are gonna be fucking sold out. Like
sold out and fucking mosh. People are gonna be beating the shit out of you. And you can best believe my old ass will be in the pit, beating the shit out of some people.
Yeah, I know all the artists that I know are itching to get back on the road, man. Like,
you could imagine it's been a fucking year, right?
Yeah. They're fucking ready.
I'm ready.
Everybody's fucking ready.
Like at first, I was like, all right, it'll be a cool little break from shows, save some money, you know. I didn't really save money. I just ended up buying a shitload more CDs.
Yeah.
You
always find a way to spend money. There's always a way to spend money. If you got extra money sitting around, it's fucking gone.
Exactly. But yeah, I'm ready for sure.
Yeah, from what I had heard at first, it was like the early predictions were spring of this year, fall. But like the way things are going right now, I'd say it's probably even pushed back a little bit further than that.
Yeah.
But I know here in Ohio, they lifted the curfew and the stay-at-home order. So I think even when they do lift stuff, people are still going to be like super cautious and apprehensive and shit. But
y'all think the gathering is going down?
No. Not something to that like that level. I don't think that'll happen until at least next year. Because that's way more than like concert level of people. That's like fucking people all over the country shit, you know?
Yeah.
All over the world shit.
Yeah, world, yeah.
Oh yeah, Resin. I love all those songs.
Yeah, man. Zool live. Oh man. It's just so dope. They put on a great show.
Could imagine.
So dope.
I know, Mike. You got to see him, bro.
Yeah, man.
You got to go to church.
And I got to attend church.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Telling Jason we gathering somewhere.
I'm sure.
Render Boys gathering.
Yeah, I'm sure Juggalos are gonna. If there's no gathering, Juggalos are gonna do their own shit. Mini gatherings and shit like that.
Yeah, they did that. What was that thing called that I think CPN did? Like the Enter the Matrix or whatever the fuck it was.
No positive talk about that.
I'm not talking positive. I didn't even hear about it until it was after it was over.
I know, Luke. I'm just talking shit.
Fuck yeah, no. I got you, man. I didn't hear about it until like after it was already over with.
Oh yeah, Zoo said at the gathering. Which one? When they dropped Almighty?
Yeah.
Single for Almighty?
Yeah, right before that. Yeah, they gave out those
Face was on there,
samplers. Right? Yeah, the little samples. Yeah, that was like right when they had like debuted the 2.0.
Fuck yeah.
That's my favorite face, the 2.0.
Yeah, it's definitely a favorite among everybody.
Yeah.
My favorite one is the shit.
I got one.
Oh yeah. Thanks to Ron, I got one. Yeah, I never would have had one without Ron, dog. Appreciate that. Yeah, the earlier ones are some of my favorites too, like the real like Psycho era.
Yeah.
Faces.
The 1.0.
Yeah, like in the trunk video face.
Yeah, the 1.0.
Yeah. I'd love to get one of those, but those are fucking expensive.
Bro, all the mass prices have gone way up, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like in the alley, I'm like, people are like, I'm looking for a 2.0, and I'm looking at the prices. I'm like, I'm just glad I got one when I did. Shit. I actually traded. I bought the barf mask, the yellow and orange 2.0, and I just hit up a dude. I was like, look, I'll trade you this for just a regular 2.0. I don't like this colored shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just trade you for a straight up 2.0, just the red and white, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he did it, and I was like, fuck yeah, I don't regret it. I'm sure
it was a good deal.
Probably,
it was a good deal because that one's worth more now than the barf would be.
Is it?
Yeah, because that's the OG. People don't give a shit about edition sizes, is what I've noticed. All they give a shit about is the look. Like they don't care if like there's 25 of this one and 200 of that one.
Right.
If the look of the 200 one is doper, they want that one more, and they'll go for way more prices. The perfect example is the Horned. That was a part of the Almighty pre-order. That mask, I have no idea how many there were because Tom has no idea, but I'm willing to bet there were around 75 or so. I don't know. But that is probably the most expensive 2.0 that you could have right now. Like one sold recently for $450. So
God
like,
damn.
yeah, if you got that one, because like when I was on the Zul episode of UFCD, Brooklyn was wearing the horn, and he's like, what's the most expensive one? And I'm like, well, the one you're wearing, bro, it's worth like $400.
What's the 1.0? What's that?
What? How much does the 1.0 go for?
No, what is it? What era?
That's
the one
trunk.
that you were talking about from the trunk
Oh,
video.
okay. I'm too fucking stoned, bro.
Yeah, his piss break was actually a little smoke break.
Yep.
I mean, that's crazy. The horn is such a fresh mask too.
Yeah.
I like the OG like color scheme. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like whenever I'll never buy another 2.1. Like I already got that one. So whenever they come out with a 3.0 or whatever the fuck the next one is, you know, whatever the OG color scheme is, that'll be the one I cop.
Yeah, I'm glad I started getting them when I did, because like
you have a shit. How many you got?
Yeah, like 23, 24, something like that.
Damn. Seems like every week you're uploading a video like unboxing a mask.
I know, bro. I think about that sometimes. I'm like, man, where do I keep getting all these shits from? But they're releasing them more frequently now too.
Yeah.
Like I've got one in the mail right now when they released the Forever Face the 13th one, the 8-bit. That's coming in the mail.
I saw someone in the alley the other day. They had like 56 or some shit like that.
Yeah, there's like, I'm probably in the top 10 of collections, but there are a couple people that have ridiculous collections. I think the biggest one is probably Drew McCam, and his walls are just fucking lined. Him, there's this guy, Gooblo. He's got like 3 horned, like 3 lurkers. He's got like multiples of masks.
A lot of them custom ones are fucking ugly. I just like the ones at Zoo for sure.
I mean, I think Martino does a pretty good. It depends who customizes it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Ugly ass ones I've seen. The ears all flappy and just ugly ass.
Yeah, some people have customized theirs, and like I've seen some people that have cut off the necks of the 2.1. And let me just say, don't do that.
Hell no.
Because it looks because the necks are really long on those, and the problem with the necks is that if you get one that's got like a thick pore, like if it's a thick latex by the neck, it's really hard to like bend down or like move because it catches and it'll move the whole mask. But if you got like a thin pored, it'll fold and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
So some people are like, fuck it, I'll just cut off the neck.
Yeah, that one I got right there. That's thick as fuck compared to my 2.0. My 2.0 is very, very thin compared to that one.
Yeah. The for whatever reason, those OG 2.1s were all pretty thick poured.
Then Rome got his all bloodied and shit. That shit is hard.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that one bloodied. I'm gonna hit up Pretzul to get that shit bloodied up. He did such a dope job on my other one.
I thought about that. No, actually, just the other day, I was thinking, like, I don't know how you guys are sometimes with your collections, but you like sometimes you hit a point where you're like, you start thinking about it and you're like, fuck, like you think about how much money is in your collection and you think about like, man, this is just fucking latex. At least for me, this is just fucking latex laying around my fucking house. Like if I sold all this shit, I could buy a fucking car. I could buy fucking, you know what I mean? Like some legit life shit, you know?
Right.
And so I was legit on the verge the other day being like, should I start talking to people about maybe selling some shit? But then I started thinking like, man, this whole collection's like together. It all kind of like, I don't know. You know, when you got like, you see like matching crew jerseys together and you're like, that's where they should be. I start to feel that way about my collection where I'm like, man, I got all this shit together. Like, and then it's like, and then you start thinking about it like, no, fuck no, I ain't selling it. Cause then you start thinking about, well, I don't want to sell that one. Okay, I don't want to sell that one. I don't want to sell that one. All right, fuck it. I just need
The only thing that upsets me with my CD collection is thinking that what's going to happen to it when I die.
Same here.
You know what I mean? Like, because I ain't never getting rid of these shits. You know what I mean? Unless I fall on extremely hard times. I've been on hard times, and I never sold my CDs. But like when I die, someone's probably just gonna throw them away or something. You know what I mean? Or give them to like the fucking Goodwill, and they're gonna sell them for $1 a piece. Like,
no, I've thought about that too. Because it's like people are gonna like if I ever died or whatever, people would see all these masks and be like, "Oh, these fucking Halloween masks, motherfucker, that's $400."
Right.
You know, like people wouldn't know. You got to be into that kind of like that, and like with your CDs, I'm sure you got CDs that are valuable as fuck. And they just be like, "Oh, just another CD off the Goodwill with you."
Right.
Somebody buys your like $100, $150 CD for $1.
Yeah, imagine that, like some of your Rap-A-Lot shit being brought to the Goodwill.
I'm pulling out I'm coming back from the dead. Like,
I want my shit.
Oh, my Noddas and Newstrom. I'm really coming back from that moment.
Right.
But yeah, then there's always that time where like you see like something that you have go for sale, and you get that feeling of like if I sell it now, I'll get the most money out of it, as opposed to waiting down the line when it's like fucking worthless.
Yeah, I'll never sell my shit.
Yeah.
For the main reason, just because I love music so much. I love having the fucking CDs, man. Like, it's just so dope. I come down here and just sometimes just look at my fucking shelves and just like, oh shit, I haven't listened to this album in a long ass time. Throw it in,
Happy to see you with that Jim Jones Harlem Diary of a Summer, bro.
Oh, he's got it right there.
That's my favorite Jim album.
Yeah, I got all my CDs right here that I'm gonna do for my next collection video. I always keep them off to the side before I put them on the shelf. I just got that one the other day. I bought it for $12 sealed. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Because they're not expensive, but they go for like $20. And I found this one, buy it now for $12 sealed. I was like, yep, copping that one.
Before we end this shit, is it okay if Beastmaster comes on for a bit? He has to come on.
Fuck no.
Beastmaster's the fucking homie.
I ain't talked to him for a long time, bro. What the fuck you do this shit now? There you go. This shit been fun, man.
Hell yeah. It's fun to kick it.
Y'all are my two favorite people to do shows with, hands down.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, we've been fucking, we kill it every time we fucking get together.
Hell yeah. You used to be me, Ronan, Mitch.
Yeah, and then Mitch fucking just dipped out.
Yeah.
I see him post on Twitter every once in a while, but that's
Mitch is a
about
moody
it.
motherfucker too.
Yeah, he is. I remember when he was like, I ain't podcasting till the next Joker's card comes out. I was like, well, good luck with that.
Welcome.
What's up, guys?
Going on, sir?
Brethren.
Dude, you're hilarious. I sent you a message in MySpace. What the fuck?
MySpace.
Dude, I sent you a message on Facebook. You're not reading that shit, so I fucking hit you up in the chat, and then you just put the link to join in the chat. I love. I guess that doesn't matter because you got to approve it anyways.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Good to see you.
Yeah, man.
Beastmaster.
Have you guys been streaming a long time? I literally just clicked the link, so I don't know how long you've been going, live or nothing.
About an hour and a half.
Oh,
yeah.
So I just get to. You're like, oh, before we wrap up, I'm like, what? You're done?
Yeah.
That's cool though. Yeah, dude, it's my night. Tomorrow's my day off. So I'm drinking tonight, and I normally work at 5 a.m. So this is like way past it's like my bedtime right now. Normally I ain't watching shit at night, So I was like, oh shit, I'm finally seeing something live. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah.
But I hear you guys talking about those masks. Not to piggyback off it, or I know nothing about the masks because I don't collect them or nothing. But what do you all think about Low Key's mask game. You know, he was doing it first, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you guys fuck with Low Key? Do you guys have Low Key?
Yeah, he could definitely rap.
Yeah.
Yeah, low key's the shit. I was saying earlier that low key don't get the respect he deserved because I was saying without low key, I don't know if there necessarily would be Azul.
They'd be doing something. They'd be doing something.
I think they would be doing something, but because they fall under that low key tree, they were coming up underneath him.
Yeah, they low key kind of put him on. I'll say that
Yeah.
because they were doing shit, but low key definitely helped put them on the map.
Low Key helped put a lot of people onto me. You know, or is that how the expression goes? I discovered rappers because of Low Key, like because he used to do shit, and like he used to do like contests, you know, like so he'd have. I remember I submitted a track, you know, when he was doing a thing, and he totally ghosted me, didn't play it. He didn't like my shit. But the one who like won the giveaway, the contest was this motherfucker named No Emotion. You guys know who that is? He wears a mask too. He wears a gold mask. Everybody's got a fucking mask.
Yeah, it's we talked about this before. It's like the mask or like face paint. It always puts me off at first because there's so many motherfuckers that do that shit and the Juggalo stuff. You know, so you really gotta like come through with the music.
A lot of people put me off without any masks or face paint. They just put me off with their whack raps.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That too, without a doubt.
No, but you know, it is like Twisted says, it makes it more interesting. You know what I mean? Like it's just something to look at. It's just sometimes you got to stick to your guns. I've seen people paint up and I write them off, and then years later I'm like, holy shit, I recognize this fool. And then I check them out and I'm like, oh, they're not half bad. Like, you know, it's like, fuck, maybe if you didn't paint your face, I would have listened better first time around. Like,
especially that horrible MySpace era when every motherfucker was rapping like Madrox and Terry Voice and the fucking, you know.
But nowadays it don't seem like it matters. I mean, people be doing all sorts of weird shit. I mean, things are getting passes nowadays that used to be condemned back in the, you know what I mean? Like it's like trends change. You know, things are accepted. Maybe the fans are different. You know, the current fans, they don't remember what was like a no-no.
Yeah. I mean, dudes like, I mean, Zool, I've always said it. When I first seen them, I was like, nope, that gimmick, fuck no. That's so lame. That's just whack. And then I finally listened to the music. I was like, oh, I was fucking wrong. Never mind. But I wrote them off for a while. Like their first album, I remember that's when Low Key was really kind of promoting their shit or whatever. And I was like, damn, like just the look of it. And I still do it.
Were they a part of Mission Infect? Is that how you promoted them?
I feel like at one point they were gonna be Mission Infect, but they just kind of split off and just did their own thing.
Yeah, I don't think they were ever really a part of Mission Infect.
Yeah.
But they were always in that kind of like, I don't know, how to say it, wheelhouse, I guess.
Yeah, doing shows.
I didn't follow that too closely, but it was kind of hard to not notice. You know, Mission Infect was so widely promoted, like just so many like dedicated fans that were also Juggalos. So you saw that shit everywhere. You know, the fucking triangle and all that. I love that shit. I mean, even if I'm not a fan of all the music, like I respect that hustle. You know, to bond together with a bunch of motherfuckers and start a movement. You know, that's fucking dope.
Fuck yeah.
A lot of people try it. Not many people succeed.
Yeah, that's because there's the main thing that they're missing is talent.
Right, exactly. They think they can paint it on.
Right, exactly. And that ain't and like we're talking about, that'll push people away before they even hear the music.
Yeah.
No, you know what pushes me away is when I see someone live. Like seeing, I know you guys were just talking about shows. That's when I started watching. You guys were talking about shows, and when I see a show and I see someone live, and they fucking impress me, I dive in. I check out their shit. But if somebody's whack live, I don't think twice about them. You know, and it makes a huge impression, one way or the other, for me. You know.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I don't find too many acts that way generally. I can really only think of 2 people that I found that way. I talked about him earlier, Cody Manson. I saw him twice live. And then Menace to Sobriety was somebody else who I saw live who really turned me on right away when I saw them.
But you're saying that you're not discovering them because of their
Not really, because a lot of times when there's openers, I'm just like, it's fly over time for me. Because there are so many whack openers. You know what I mean?
What I'm saying. Like, well, that's kind of the problem, though, is that not a lot of people are that good. So I guess that's the thing, is when somebody good comes around and they actually like stick out, you know, it's like what do they call that? A diamond in the rough, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know where you're from, Luke. What part of the country are you in?
Ohio.
Oh, you said that already, actually.
The land of the Zool.
Yeah, Midwest. That's what's yeah, everyone else here is New Englanders, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. I mean, I know you motherfuckers. Yeah, thanks for letting me jump on. Like, I don't mean to be you know, high maintenance, but I was just watching. I'm like, I'm enjoying.
Yeah, I met Beastmaster. Where did we meet? What show was that?
It was
Two Dope show, right?
Yeah, it was Two Dope solo tour for Fuck the Fuck Off Motherfucker. And
I saw you standing on like the edge of the pit, and I fought my way. I was like, "Hey, motherfucker!"
Dude, when he hit the stage, I went up as close as I could for the first 2 songs, ass kicked, backed up. Like, I was done. I was done. I'm just saying, I'm old. You know,
right.
So you got to get so close up front that you're just a part of the sea of people, or you're just like, you can just go totally loose and you'll still stand and swim with the people. That's what I always do.
Look, this year, this April is going to be my 25th anniversary of being down with the clown. So, like,
I thought you were going to say 25 years old. I was like, fuck, you ain't old.
Oh, no. I'm saying I've been down with the clown for 25 fucking years. I'm saying, like, now I'm at a point where I don't need to be up in the front anymore. Like, in fact, for the past 10 years, I've done more filming of shows, like laying back and capturing the moment, than I have going up and getting my ass kicked or kicking ass. You know what I mean? But yeah, I've done it all. So, you know, it's whatever I feel like doing at this point. Although I'll tell you this, you guys are right. When shows open back up and it's on like Donkey Kong, yeah, I'll be in that fucking pit. Like, life changes, you know. Like, I swear, I've been going through ups and downs personally, and right now during the pandemic, I've been focusing on me. Like, I've been focusing on bettering myself because I'm not distracted with this and that, and you know, I'm not wasting money and traveling everywhere. And I'm just saying, like, there's nothing to do, but what are you gonna do? You know, I've been bettering myself. I've been getting in shape, you know, so I'm ready to fucking jump in the mosh pit and flex. I really am. You know, but maybe I had when I was in my 30s. Like, you know, I think I don't know, because when I was younger, I used to go in the pit and I used to get my ass kicked, and I liked it. I liked that rush with death. Like, holy shit, I almost died in there. Like, you know, but eventually, I don't know. I started getting out of shape. I started feeling like, I don't know if I want to go in there. Like, maybe I'll just hang back.
Spooky Tuesday.
What up, though?
What up, Spooky Tuesday?
What up?
How's it going? So I was inspired to comment on talking about like discovering people live, or you're talking about seeing people live and that changing your opinion on them.
Yeah.
Whereas like something that I've done a lot of times is discover bands that I had never heard of before, as they're the opening band or the middle band on a show. And one of the more recent ones that I discovered before everything shut down last year was this band called Them Evils. And it's like a 3-piece band. It's like 70s rock, sort of.
Nice.
Definitely heavily 70s rock like influenced. But it's 3 young guys, man. They just fucking kill it live.
That's dope.
So,
I like 70s rock.
Likewise, my favorite band is from the 70s. Shit.
Oh, yo, Mike, did you see that? You know how on like Friday new music comes out?
Yeah.
today, the Black Sabbath Volume 4 remastered 2021 remaster came out, like the full album today.
Oh shit! I gotta
nice.
listen to
Yeah, I know you like that album. That's like
my
my
favorite album of all time.
Bro, that's like my favorite Sabbath album too, bro.
Yeah. Worship that album.
But yeah, I just wanted to let you know, like they released the whole album. They had been releasing singles like throughout the past couple months.
Yeah, like changes and shit. I seen that.
Yeah. Now the whole album is out on Spotify, so check that shit out.
Do you know if they put it out like on vinyl and CD and stuff?
Yeah, it's a box set. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I'm starting to collect vinyl. I definitely want to one day, get me some fucking Sabbath vinyl.
I'd have to win the lottery to start collecting vinyl.
Dude, it's too expensive. I mean,
yeah, there's so much stuff that I want.
I'm not in a rush to collect anything nowadays because everything is expensive, and I got priorities. I have money to burn. It's just I'm being picky about what I burned it on.
Mostly hookers.
Yeah, totally.
Blow.
Hookers and coke. Yeah, I was gonna say that.
No, fuck the coke, man. I'm scared of fentanyl. Like I swear to God, like.
True.
So look, that's the thing is like with all the crazy drugs out there, like getting clean is the healthiest thing I could have done for myself. I'm not even smoking weed right now.
Damn.
That's fucking because I've been a stoner since I was 16 years old. And I already told y'all I'm in my 40s, y'all. Like I've been smoking a lot of weed.
That's crazy. I see Steel City. He said Dying Fetus is the best three-piece of all time. Prove me wrong. Purple Gang.
Yeah,
Purple
Dying
Gang.
Fetus is cool.
Dude, you're not lying.
Cisnac
I've only
and
seen
Beastmaster, the only people that like that album.
9 Pistolas all day. Hey, I like that album, and I have said it many times. I am that album's only fan, if not the number one fan, if not the biggest fan.
Purple Gang only fans. See Jump Steady in his do-rag and robe.
That's me. I got to start an OnlyFans. I got to start an OnlyFans account for me, just representing that album.
Purple Gang.
Because I'm its only fan.
That's great.
Purple Gang, man. I listened to that one time, the second leg of Abomination's tour. My boy played it in the car. Oh, man. Terrible album.
All right, you know what? I'm leaving. See ya.
But
I can't handle the hate.
oh, man.
Change the subject. Fucking let's talk about masks. I don't know. I got a Mickey Mouse mask. I got a clown mask.
Hey.
I got a fucking
Well, you mentioned the low-key masks. I don't actually own any of the low-key masks. I think they look dope. Really like the variety of masks that he has is insane. Like I don't even fucking know how he does it. Like I imagine he has somebody that like some kind of machine that goes through him. I have no fucking clue. I have no idea how he does it because there's like literally like 90 variations of his different masks that he's got.
I don't mean to be a dick, but can I play devil's advocate and just question the legitimacy of like the masks? Like, are all those masks actually in existence? You know what I mean? Like, who actually owns? I know one dude that I'm friends with on Instagram who bought those masks and would wear them. He would wear the low-key masks. But other than him, I don't see other people repping those masks. So maybe at shows they wear them, or maybe they're like collectors, like, Roan, you share your collection on YouTube, but many people are not YouTubers, so their collections are like hidden, Maybe these masks are all behind closed doors and in private, domiciles. I'm just saying, like, I don't see an army of I've never seen a picture of like 40 people all repping low-key masks. You know what I mean? So I'm skeptical, a healthy skepticism, respectfully, that all these promotions for masks actually result in purchases. We don't know. Like, no one's ever asked him, like, show your fucking taxes. Like, let's see how many masks you've sold. I don't really care. I'm just being a dick,
Yeah. I actually, at one point, I asked what the quality of his masks were because I was kind of interested in getting one.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a bunch of people hit me up with, like, pictures and stuff.
Okay, so they do exist. I know this. I'm just saying, like the quantity and the variety that he's made available. Like we don't know how many people actually buy them.
Yeah, when you buy one, they're made on demand. So it's basically you're pre-ordering a mask. It doesn't matter what.
That means when he's selling them, he's showing you what he can make.
Yeah.
But if you don't buy it, they don't get made.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So if you go to his website, you buy a mask, it's like, please allow 4 to 6 weeks for your mask to come because they're just made on demand.
Well, that's what's up. That's what's up. You know,
I think that's kind of a mistake on his part because, like, if you look at Zool, like they sell their masks out all like in fucking hours. You know what I mean? So I think if Low-Key made like a limited amount, like 50, and did one variant and was like, here are these masks, buy them while they're available, they'd sell out. Yeah, but when you make them readily available like that, it's like, you know, it's kind of like, oh, maybe I'll get one later.
So it kills the demand for it.
Yeah, you just never end up buying it.
Are you guys subscribe to him? Like, do you get the Low-Key emails?
Yeah, I get the Low-Key emails.
Yeah. So you guys know he has the action figures and stuff. You know what I mean? So you know that he has things that are made that will sell. And I'm just saying, like, he's always on the cutting edge of what you can do as an underground artist. I feel like he's always following that well, I was going to say, like, he's obviously inspired by the hustle of Insane Clown Posse, but he's blazed his own trail in his own right, you know, but I get those emails. I see the merch he puts out. I see the opportunity buys or whatever you call them, the drops, the special T-shirts. I've seen people fucking promote his T-shirts on social media, and he hits them up and he tells them to fucking delete the posts because he only wants his fans to get the fucking opportunity. He doesn't want it to be shared with the greater public that isn't following him. You know what I mean? Like, he legit only wants his fans to buy his shit. He doesn't want people to pimp his fucking products out.
What was the answer?
Oh God.
What was the answer to the question about the quality? Like, you brought that up and he said people sent you pictures, but
they're legit. They look good. Yeah, right, as far as the quality goes, like the masks look. I don't know who does them for him, but they look good.
Word.
By the way, to answer Steel City Dahmer's question, no, I did not go to the Violent J show. I had like a really fucking hard ass job for a while where I was working like 10 hours a day and it fucking took the shit out of me. So I didn't go to shows for quite a while. It wasn't until a little more recently that I started going to like pretty much every show in my area because I wasn't beat the fuck every day.
Have you guys heard Low-Key's cover of Play With Me?
Yep.
That shit was fire.
It was on that little Treats EP, whatever the hell it was. He did like cover songs. The cartoon with him and the girl, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard Low-Key's girlfriend's metal album, Batty Bat?
No, not yet.
I heard the single. It's just not my music. So.
I got the email, so I downloaded it and I threw it in my iTunes. I haven't actually listened to it yet, but I just did that yesterday. So it's like 5 or 6 tracks, 2 of them featuring Low-Key. Now, I legit haven't listened to it yet, but I did download it because I'm curious. I like metal, you know.
Did you hear his album that he put out at the beginning of last year? That was a metal album.
I don't think I listened to the whole thing, but I
liked it.
I like Low-Key, but you know what? I'm not a mark, so I don't need to hear everything. And I'm the worst because sometimes I'll sleep on artists that I actually like. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the worst. I'm not a good fan. Like, but I'm trying to change that. Like, you guys know I'm doing a live stream every weekend. Like, I'm legit trying to like promote my friends who make music. I'll buy their album. I'll open the fucking album that I got from them live on air. I'll do a giveaway. Like, I'm legit trying to like, be a good fan / content provider, in that regard. But yeah, sometimes I fucking sleep on music, even from friends of mine.
Word. Better man than me when it comes to that shit.
Mike slept on shit that came out 20 years ago.
Yeah, Yo,
Well,
Let the-
it sucks because like I'll talk to people online. People hit me up or just respond to posts or whatever,
well, people want you to listen to their music because
and they're
you're a
cool,
music guy, right?
and they're cool to talk with online. And then like, if I do give them the chance to listen to the music, it's usually not good. And I'm like, bro, nothing against you. I think you're cool.
Yeah,
We have cool but
you feel bad, bro.
Yeah,
Like I
like,
used
I
to
don't-
review like horror movies and shit, and
I
so,
feel bad.
bro, I would get piles and piles of shit. But a lot of times, I'd be talking to the directors. Like they'd be like, hey, here's the poster for my movie. Here's some stills, and so you're promoting this movie. You're talking to this guy forever. He's a cool dude, and then you see the movie, and it's a giant pile of shit. And then you have to review it, and you're like, fuck, bro, because like you like the guy, but you're like, oh,
That's
I
why-
hated doing that shit.
That's
I'm so glad I don't do that shit no more. But now I do it with music, so it's fucking
Yeah, but
repeat cycle.
musicians' feelings, they're fragile. Their feelings are gonna.
Well, any artist is fragile about the shit that they do, really.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about hurting a motherfucker's feelings. I've
Neither do
told
I.
people that their music sucks, but when they take it personal and they don't want to talk to me anymore, it's like, dude, your music ain't that good. I mean, what the fuck do you want me to say? You want me to lie to you and boost your ego? Like,
Yeah, yes, they do. No, they want you to say it's awesome, and they want you to co-sign the shit.
yeah, but that's
And
not
buy
fair
a
to
copy,
them.
please.
It's not fair to them because then they're more gung ho to release shit music.
Nice. Yeah, that's all we need is more fucking shit music. It's
Yeah.
inevitable. It's inevitable, though.
Oh, for sure. But I mean, but then there's people where I ignore a lot of people too.
My homie Kyle from C Plus Studios, we did a video talking about our top 10 favorite movies, and his last movie that he mentioned was called The Fat Man, starring Mel Gibson, and it's like Mel Gibson playing Santa Claus, and it's like a I don't know, it's like an action movie or whatever. It's all fucked up, like Santa Claus is fighting someone, and someone's trying to kill Santa or whatever.
This sounds stupid.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
it does.
Mel Gibson has made a ton of fucking shitty movies, in the past decade. But what he said is that he actually had the directors on his YouTube channel, like interviewed them and stuff. And so it's like, all right, so you've had these directors on your channel, you've talked to them, you love their movie, you're promoting that movie. I looked at that movie poster and I was like, Mel Gibson, The Fat Man, hard pass. Like, I didn't even want to watch it, and then I'm like, oh shit, like maybe I should check it out now, like, just because I know someone who co-signed it. But you know what I mean, like I'm afraid that if I don't like it, then I'm just gonna like not say nothing, because I don't want to offend nobody.
If you want to watch a good Santa Claus movie, I'd recommend Bad Santa.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, it's a great one.
Santa Claus with Bill Goldberg's the fucking best, bro.
Oh man,
That shit's killer, bro. He kills a bunch of fucking what the hell's her name? From The Nanny. The hell's her name, bro? Fran Drescher.
Oh yeah,
It's in the intro.
that's
she
why
has
she's a
an
bad bitch.
annoying voice, but she was fucking hot.
She's
Yeah,
a bad
she
bitch,
was.
wasn't she?
She was in Beauty and the Beast, right?
I don't know.
Fran
I
Drescher.
don't either.
It's hard to get past the voice.
That's
It is.
an old movie. Oh no, the Beautician. Never mind, the Beautician and the Beast.
We going in about 2 hours. I think I'm gonna end it right now.
Yeah,
we gotta
it
show.
was fun chopping it up with y'all. Thank you.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
yeah! Shout out to the motherfucking chat. How can people get at you, Luke? Drop your socials, brother.
Luke the Goon everywhere. Luke the Goon Twitter, Luke the Goon YouTube, Luke the Goon Instagram, Luke the Goon Xbox gamer tag, Luke the Goon Steam ID. That's pretty much it. My new video coming out, it'll probably be Monday, is much different than anything else I've ever put out. It's another interview, but I'm pulling a jump steady, and I interviewed a tabletop RPG author and publisher. So hopefully you guys fuck with that. I don't know. It's kind of an experiment, but
Like
it's my
RPG
channel.
game. He does RPG games and stuff.
Yeah, he like has written a couple modules, and he's done a couple systems and shit.
I love me some Chrono Trigger. Remember that back in the SNES?
Not like that, but yeah, it's tabletop RPG shit. But hopefully you guys fuck with it. I guess I'll find out when it comes out. Yeah.
How about you, brother?
At Beneath Dirt, and then beneathdirt.com.
Oh yeah, Beastmaster, what you got?
Yeah, my name Beastmaster. I got all the URLs on every social media on that, but you can find me on Carnival Spirits, and I go live every Saturday afternoon with a special guest that is a mystery until I reveal it on the live show. And tomorrow is going to be fucking dope because I got a special announcement. But that's all I'll say.
Dope. All right, this was fun.
Yes, sir.
Keep up podcast. Been the boys dominate. See you on the flip side. Peace, y'all.
Whoop, whoop.
See you.
Whoop, whoop. And Spooky don't have no social, so.
Nope.